¿Qué pasó, mi gente? It's MarkTub25 otra vez. Now I'm going to do the Western Conference. Well, actually, before I do that, things I forgot to iterate on the last video, because, I just didn't want the video to run so long. But the thing is, I started off with, the first part of the Eastern Conference deal, how many they would win by, how close the competition would be within the playoffs. So, I had Milwaukee, sweeping the Pistons. I had Boston going all the way to a 7-game series, and I'm also going to talk about some upset alerts after all of this. Philly, it would be a gentleman's sweep on that one, and same with Toronto. But I didn't mention the second round of the Eastern Conference. I just kind of breezed through it because I didn't want the video to run so long. Sorry. So the second round, I had Milwaukee and Boston. I think that one goes at least to 6 games, but Milwaukee still ends up walking away. Between Philly and Toronto, that one also goes to 6, and then Toronto and Milwaukee, that goes to 5. I think Milwaukee might have the upper hand on that one. So those are my predictions for that, and you can hold me to it. So now the Western Conference. So we have the Warriors against the Clippers, the Rockets against the Jazz, the Trailblazers against the Thunder, and the Nuggets against the Spurs. So Golden State versus the Clippers. That's pretty easy. I know a lot of these teams in the regular season beat them, and they were struggling at some points, but you have to think that Golden State is going to get it together within the playoffs. So, yeah, I think Golden State sweeps the Clippers on that one. Houston and Utah, that one's going to be interesting. Ultimately Houston wins it, but I think Houston, I think that goes at least to a 5, maybe 6 game series. I think Houston wins it in 6. Portland versus OKC. Ooh, that's going to be interesting. But part of me feels like the way the Thunder have struggled this season, I think it's going to be at least a gentleman's sweep for the Blazers. As much as I want OKC to win this one and get into the next round, I think the Blazers, they lose. They win that one in 5. The Nuggets versus the Spurs. Now, I know everybody is not high on the Nuggets. Everybody thinks that they're posers. They're like the Atlanta Hawks that won 60 games and they're going to lose in the conference finals, and that may be so. But I think they're at least going to beat the Spurs. It's going to be a 6-game series there because, again, Denver, although they were great this season, I think they're still a little inexperienced. But they at least win this series in 6. So the next round, Golden State versus Houston. This might be the one that gets everybody out of their seats. I think this one goes, again, to 7-game series. I think, yet again, the Golden State Warriors pull this one out. But it's one that could go either way. And, again, I'll give you, upset alerts for this on both sides of this. So I think Golden State wins that one. They go to the conference finals. Portland versus Denver. I think, again, Denver has been really good. And this one is hard because this one could go either way at this point. But I think Portland is just really powerful. And I think they're actually going to, because they were just the 3rd seed by 1 game. So I think Portland might actually win in 7 games. And I see Golden State versus Portland in the conference finals. This is a very bold prediction, but I think I see that. So, yeah, Golden State versus Portland. And I think Golden State beats them in 5 games. So then we'll have the Milwaukee Bucks versus the Golden State Warriors in the finals. And I think this might be the first time we see a 7-game series in the finals in a long time. because I think because Milwaukee has beaten them a couple times in the regular season, so they at least get a few on them. I mean, I could be wrong, but that's how I see it. I think the Golden State Warriors win in a 7-game series against the Bucks. So now let's talk about the upsets that could occur. The upset I see that could possibly happen, like within the Eastern Conference first round, Indiana could possibly beat Boston. That's what everyone's been talking about. That's a big one. Another upset I could see occurring is OKC beating Portland. I could see OKC or Portland beating Denver. And I could see Houston, because see, this is again, I think this is the one time I think Houston has a legitimate chance. So I see Houston pulling off an upset against the Golden State Warriors. But, I mean, everybody's bet against the Warriors for the past few years and they end up winning anyway, so we'll see. But those are the upsets I can see legitimately happening. Either that or Milwaukee upsets the Golden State Warriors in the finals. So yeah, those are the few upsets that I see occurring. But overall, it's going to be a really interesting season. This is the first time we do not have LeBron James in the playoffs. Some people think it's a horrible thing, but I'm sorry. And again, I'm not a LeBron James hater, but it's interesting because we have something different now. I like a change of pace. And I'll be happy. Look, I like Steph Curry. I kind of felt that he was going to be a heck of a player when he stopped getting injured. But, you know, I wouldn't mind not seeing Steph Curry in the finals. I would like to see a different team make it. I would love to see a James Harden versus Giannis Antetokounmpo series. That would be amazing. But ultimately, I think the Warriors are still going to get to the finals, but if there is an upset, it's going to happen either against Houston or against Milwaukee. Those are the only two ways I see it. But yeah, I'm excited. This is going to be a very interesting NBA playoffs. Hopefully I could at least catch a few. I mean, my job schedule is so erratic. I hardly ever get to see it. And I don't have cable, so, I mean, I'm going to at least try my best to find it somewhere, you know? But I'm happy, and I really can't wait to see how it unfolds. And I'll, again, see how everything panned out when the finals are over. But anyhow, thank you for watching this, and just let me know what you all think in the comments. Let me know what you think, who you think is going to end up winning in your bracket, in a sense. But anyhow, hasta la próxima, mi gente, y suscríbale a mi canal. Adiós.